Hello and welcome to the C Weekly. This is episode 5. We're going to have a lot of upcoming events this week, so I'm going to jump straight into tournament results. We had two major ones this week. The first off was the Masters Cup that took place last Sunday. It was a very, very massive event. A lot of players showed up, and in the end it came down to 4 players. That was Igers, Pig, Startail King Kong, and Soulman Foyu. 2 Koreans, 2 C players, but in the end the Koreans won out at the end. Soulman did take first, Startail King Kong got second, Pig got third, Igers fourth. Well done to those 2 C players. But the Koreans just coming forward and showing their dominance once again. Hopefully next time I might see some C players win it. It'd be definitely very interesting if they could. Also, this week there was the IPL 4 finals, which was the qualifier for Australia. It was a very awesome event. A lot of top players went. Glade, T-Gun played, and they're some of the big names as far as C goes right now. But in an upset, I got to say, Glade was knocked out by Rossi and then Jun, and Targa and Rossi win the IPL 4 qualifier and will both go to the Philippines. So, complete shock there. Glade, probably the first time since January or something, where he hasn't actually won a major qualifying event for an offline tournament or online tournament. So, well done to those two. They will go to the Philippines, and hopefully they'll represent C well. Quite a few events coming up in C over the next few weeks. First up, we do have Canberra Cup. Did take place today, but the finals will be at a later date at Santi's apartment. I'm going to mention it because the prize pool is pretty large, and Canberra is really small as far as esports goes. It's just not many people there, of course. Most players have to travel up to Sydney for LAN events, so it's good to see that Santi's going out of his way, hosting a tournament for people that do live there. It's very nice of him. Well done, Santi. Also coming up over the next few months will be the Taiwan Clan League. I mention it because 2 C teams are participating. It will be Infi and Zeria Gaming. It's going to be pretty exciting. It will take place over the next 3 or 4 months with the finals in February of next year. So, you can just tune in once a week, watch some cool games, and that's it. It's just like an ongoing event. It's going to be very, very exciting. I'll be streaming that on the TCL channel. It's going to be very, very good. I'll be posting links for that. Do not worry about that. Third up, we did have an ACL announcement this week. This is what I kind of think might take the most time in this segment. We'll see how we go. ACL, basically, we have already mentioned before, they are joining with StarCraft 2 to hopefully bring bigger esports for Australia. Basically, their first event has been announced. It will be on the Gold Coast on the 21st and 22nd of January. That's going to be an offline event, basically. But for that, there's going to be qualifiers going on the weekend of the 19th and 20th of November. The first and the second event will be in Melbourne and Brisbane. No details have been released for that yet, but the third event will be in Sydney, and it will be the City Hunter event that was previously announced. So it's now turned into sort of a City Hunter, Kingston, and ACL event all in one. It's going to be pretty good. If you guys want to qualify for the finals, you have to go to these LAN events. You have to be earning up points, and obviously the top point goers get to go to the finals and participate there for a decent cash prize. There obviously will be a stream for that. I'll be doing that. I'll keep you guys tuned on details for that, but it's going to be a great event. All the best players from Australia will most likely be going. It's a pretty big event. Also, shout out to Docs for organising this as well. Does a very good job with ACL, of course. Player review of the week will be arcMSIRossi. He is an Australian on Team arcMSI Esports. His nemesis is Zeria Light, but he says he may have outgrown Light as a nemesis, so he's looking for a new one to take his place, but at the moment, currently doesn't have any. So go and pick a fight with him, become his new nemesis if you would like, of course. He's actually been placing very high at events for a long time. Since January and the City Hunter event then, he's been going to offline events and doing very well in them. He's been winning online events. He's got more ESL wins than I can count. This guy is just a complete beast when it comes to online and offline events. And as a token of that, he'll be going to the IPL 4 C qualifier in the Philippines with Targa. He did beat Moonglade to get that spot. Very, very solid showing in that tournament, and actually, I'm looking forward to seeing him play over there. See how he plays against the Koreans, see if he can put up a show for us. It's actually yet, though, to actually win a major offline tournament. He's always placing very highly. He's actually never come away with the first place. I mean, I'm sure it's just a matter of time, but I'm sure it's just something, he's hoping to get off his back sooner or later. I mean, he wins a lot of online events, but he's yet to actually claim the gold at an offline event. And something also really cool for you new players out there, Rossi started playing StarCraft 2 as a Bronze Leaguer. He actually never played an RTS before, and he's worked his way up to be one of the best Terrans in C. So if you're out there, you're Bronze, you're Silver, look at this guy for inspiration. He's showing you can come from nothing and become one of the best. So good on you, Rossi, and let's jump straight into the game. Replay review of the week will be between arcMSIRossi, which is the blue Terran here on Zolan Caverns. He's playing against Startail Rainbow, second place in GSL Season 1. He's playing on the NA server under Black Citadel. Go and watch his stream film proof of that. Rossi, though, is going for that fast expansion, and Rainbow doing the same thing. So both players going for at least 2 base play here. Rainbow, though, has moved forward with a bunch of Marines, but Rossi has more. Rainbow needs to actually pull back very quickly here. Rossi spots it, does jump forward, do a little bit of damage, but Rainbow fast enough to pull back and doesn't actually suffer any major losses in that battle. If he lost those Marines, he'd be in a lot of trouble here. Rossi, though, is going for a counterattack, though, has a lot of Marines, does have more than Rainbow, and that bunker doesn't cover that left path. Rossi is moving in, though, is able to cancel that refinery, and he's starting to pick away at that command center. How is Rainbow going to engage us to take out the superior force of Marines? Both players do have combat shield this time with no other upgrades. Stim is both on the way for both players, but SCV's coming forward here, and the Marines. Rossi taking out a lot of Marines, and the SCVs are getting melted by those Marines, and he's going to kill the SCVs, but I do believe Rossi's Marines are going to get cleaned up, so he's going to have a nice econ advantage after this, but he's going to be very wary of any counterattacks here. Rainbow will have the superior army for the time being until Rossi can build that army back. Rainbow, though, is moving forward with that army. He needs to do some damage. He needs to counterattack. Does load up both dropships, going for a double drop in Rossi's base. This could do a lot of damage if it catches Rossi unaware. Rossi, though, does have that turret there, and look at that, is going to chase away that medevac. Is he going to lose it? No, he doesn't. And just as backup, Rossi did have some Marines in there just to clean up if it did come to that. Does deflect that nicely, but a stim and a run in from Rainbow. Can he take this out? He has a lot more Marines, and this tank in the back is going to do some nice damage. Stim goes up, and look at the damage there from that tank. SCV's being pulled here, and they are getting completely melted by those Marines. But at the same time, Rossi is able to clean up a lot of that push. Has he got enough of it? Yes, he has. Even saves a few SCVs at the end there. Does pull back, but oh, look, reinforcements from Rainbow are going to push Rossi once again back into his natural base. He's going to siege up on that tank, but he's out of Marines and has absolutely no buffer. SCV's coming out once again, and once again they are getting melted away. Although Rainbow here isn't pushed back this time. He's got a great position here in the natural. Does have the econ lead after killing all those SCVs, and he actually doesn't have any reinforcements on the way though, so he might have to pull back here. Might have to hope he can get in a great position. Rossi needs to break this. Has got some units though. Will he stand up and run in? Yes, he will. Here he goes. He does have a few more units. And he does have a couple of medevacs in the back there as well. His tank is not sieged though, but it's not like it matters so much. He will clean this up, and that tank will get cleaned out. He will regain control of his natural. Will be able to put his natural back down. But Rossi with the counterattack does get caught here. Oh, this is actually a great engagement here from Rainbow. Has severely more units here. Whilst Rossi did engage slightly, quite well there, but unfortunately just superior Marines just completely rolls over this push here, and Rainbow cleans up that army and goes into a nice supply lead now. Rainbow in a nice lead in this game. Can he clean it up here? Has got 2 tanks there, and if he can siege those up, and he's sieging those up, but Marines SCVs and Marines are coming out here. Reinforcements coming in. Will it be enough from Rossi to hold this off? The SCVs are chipping away at that tank. One of the tanks does go down, but there are a lot of Marines at the back there, and wow, this is just way too many Marines and medevacs up for Rainbow, and a Madam Mule from Rainbow dropping the BM Mule there at the end there. Very, very nice. Even reinforcements coming in here. Rainbow looks like he might clean this up, but reinforcements still coming in for Rossi. Can Rossi defend this? He's actually not in a too bad a position. If he does hold this off and cleans up most of these units, he might be okay. Does get some medevacs and does clean that up. He is a supply deficit right now, so Rossi's going to be very careful. Rossi, though, stims forward, and these units here are caught a little bit out of position. They're trickling in one by one from Rainbow, whereas Rossi has a great arc, able to do a lot of damage, and Rossi clears out a lot of those medevacs, so those Marines aren't going to be healing as much compared to, look at Rossi's medevacs compared to Rainbow's. Just so many more here. Rossi is cleaning up his army, forcing it back. A few reinforcements and a fresh stim up here from Rainbow. Going to slightly chase Rossi back there, but really more of a pullback than a chase away. Rossi is pushing up the right-hand side now. Does catch his Marines. Oh, half of them die before they even do any damage. Terrible micro there from Rainbow, and Rossi sees the opportunity, just stim and run in, and is cleaning up this entire middle army here. And Rossi has a massive supply lead right now, and he's, oh my god, comes out from Rainbow. He realizes what he did after the Madam Mule. Rossi in the natural for Rainbow. Not many units out here. Has got a lot of Marines, and he's going to clean us up nice and easy. Rainbow looks to be down and out as the natural goes down, and this is just waiting for Rainbow to GG. Where is it? Anytime now. You're dead, buddy. See you later. And there's a GG. And that was week 5 of the C Weekly. Thank you for listening. Please tune in next week for week 6. If you have any suggestions for players, please leave them as well. I'll go through and try and pick someone that people really want to know about. It doesn't really benefit you guys if I pick just a random guy. If you want to know about a guy, watch a replay of him, please let me know, and I'll get to that as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.